Knowledge is power, because if you learn, you get the knowledge, and then you feel more confident in the decisions that you make.
Agree.
And
what are some of the misconceptions that people would have around, particularly the investing realm?
that it's hard and that it's scary, because it's not if you know where the best pathway to take is.
The pillars of how to make money will never, ever change.
Once you know it, it makes it so much easier, and you just start taking those steps and implementing it every day. So
Yeah.
it feels really good.
I'm Lloyd James Ross, 7-figure investor and entrepreneur, and I've helped thousands of business owners and professionals turn financial stress into success. If you're stuck in old money habits, overwhelmed by investing, or unsure where to start, this is for you. I'll give you the mindset and strategies to take control, grow your wealth, and achieve financial freedom. It's time to make your money work for you.
All right, so I'm joining the studio with another international student of ours. Super excited to have you here. It's Leisike.
Yeah.
Good to have you in.
Hi, good to be here.
Is this your first big live podcast?
Yes, it is.
Are you excited?
I am really excited.
You're a little bit scared?
Yes.
Great. So let's just kick it off. So
Yep.
tell us a little bit about who you are.
Who I am. I'm a mum of 2 boys, and I'm married, and I live in New Zealand in the South Island.
Come on, Kiwi,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go. So you've flown all the way here?
I did.
Yeah, because we just had an event together on the weekend.
We did. It was a wonderful 2 days.
And
yeah.
here we are in the studio.
Oh, this is great. Wonderful experience seeing behind the scenes. I love
Yeah,
it.
because you've been sitting behind the scenes watching, right?
Yeah.
So tell us, what... Your mum,
Yeah.
married in New Zealand. How did we meet? What was... Take us back to what life was like before we met.
Oh, that's a big one for me. I've been watching you in the background for many years with
been stalking
network
me.
marketing. Yeah, I dabbled in network marketing with a similar company, and I guess it came to a time in my life where my husband and I were stuck in how we were going to move forward with our finances. There was some pretty big stuff going on in our life. My parents had both died and quite close together, and so our money story changed really quickly, and I became fully aware of how I felt about money.
So how did it change when your parents passed away? What was the...
Well, we were living day to day. I was working in a part-time job, and my husband was working full-time, and I was also a full-time mum. We didn't really have any savings. We did own a house, but that was mainly what we were earning was going into paying for our house. And we didn't really do much else other than that, apart from live week to week. And it all revolved around family. I'd tried for years to have an online business because I always knew I wanted to have a better life, but I wanted to be there for my kids as well. I wanted to have a balance of some sort. And then things kind of stopped. Both my parents got really sick 2 years ago, and I had to stop everything in my life to be there with them and spend time with them. And so I stopped working on my business, trying to develop a business. I wasn't really bringing any income in, but we were still just living day to day. And then, I guess everyone watching this may know that if someone in your family passes away, and if it's a parent, that you are left with whatever is there, and whether it's something that's good of value that's left for you or not, it still becomes your responsibility. And my husband and I were now responsible for what was left by both my parents. And I quite quickly realised that I didn't feel worthy of that. And I think that I became quite aware that I actually never really felt worthy of having money. And I had a story around money that it came with a lot of struggle and sacrifice. And I actually saw myself living that story for quite a few years when I tried to go back to work and be a mum at the same time. And I felt like I was sacrificing, I was struggling, there was a lot of pain around it, leaving my kids.
Yeah.
But I think that came from seeing that in my younger years from my parents, from my dad being a very hard worker, a lot of pain and struggle. It affected his health. And then once I sat back and realised what was in front of me, I really felt that pain, that money, what was left for me came from pain.
Right. So it seems like your story around money was you only get it when it's hard,
Yeah.
painful, sacrifice. I can only have money if I sacrifice everything else.
Yes.
I can't have both.
No, I didn't feel like I could. So I was really trying hard to kind of figure that out. How can I see it differently and how can I have it differently? And
So when your parents passed away, you were left with what was left for them, some assets, some inheritance.
yeah.
And it was like, it seems like it was a large enough amount to create some turmoil in your mind about,
Yeah,
I
very
have
much
this.
so.
My dad went through pain to get this. Now it's bestowed upon me.
Yeah.
I don't feel worthy of it.
No.
And I don't know what to do with it. And was that this moment of like, I call it an oh shit moment.
It was a rock bottom moment for me because emotionally I wasn't in a good place anyway. I mean, we moved into their house and everything was quick. We sold our house, moved into their house within 2 months after they passed, and suddenly I'm sitting still and I'm looking around me and going, wow, this is now mine and I really don't feel worthy of it and I don't know what to do with it. I didn't know where to start or where I should start. Moving forward in a way that I knew was going to value them and what was left. So, I had the story that I needed to they weren't around anymore, but I needed to show them still what they had left me was valued and was going to be respected and looked after.
Wonderful. Excellent. So you had this sense of responsibility.
Oh my gosh, yes, I did. And that was a really heavy burden to hold on to. At that time, emotionally, it was really hard.
And so then what did you do?
I sat with it for a while, tried to process it. I was aware of it, so I could just go, okay, this is what it is. I've just got to figure this out step by step. And then I came to a time where I thought I need to make a pivot, make a different decision.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to take some sort of action and because I did find myself spending a little bit of money because it was making me feel better with how I emotionally was sitting at that time. I mean, I'll be open about that. When spending money makes you feel better.
Yeah, retail therapy they call it.
Yes, yeah. It wasn't massive because I'm pretty frugal. So
Yeah.
But for me, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't like doing that.
Got it.
Because it didn't feel like I was valuing what was there.
Okay. Well, because you're in the studio, the audience will surmise that there has been a happy ending to this. Mm-hmm. So what did you do when you found yourself in that situation? How did you then what were the first steps to shifting it? Like, what did you do? Obviously, we came into contact. So what, like in your mind, you're like, hey, now I need to fix this. I need to figure out how to become worthy. What are the steps? What did you do next?
Well, you popped up online and my husband and I were really curious about the book. We could see the steps to...
The Money Buys Happiness book.
To managing, well, that was a big part, managing our money, our finances and understanding it and investing as well, because I had been left a very small investment portfolio, but we didn't know what to do with it. Yeah. And we wanted to be able to look after it well ourselves. We didn't want to put that in someone else's hands.
Got it.
So that was a really big deal for us, that part.
I think it's a really big deal because, well, one, managing money is a behavior management system.
Yep.
And of course, we don't know the rules of the game. We never taught them in school. So managing money is a big desire that people want to solve that problem.
Yeah.
But also the investing thing, because we're definitely not taught that in school.
No.
In fact, that's very seldom taught well anywhere. And what happens is, like what happened to you is you inherited a portfolio And I love what you just said. I didn't want to trust that into someone else's hands to manage it.
No.
And traditionally with investing, how that's happened is we've bestowed that responsibility to other financial managers, planners, and so forth, and money managers. And of course, we've heard all the stories. Myself, it's happened when I was younger. It happened to me too. I bestowed the management and placement of those funds from someone else into some things I didn't understand, and of course, I lost. Was that what the story you were telling yourself was like? I don't want to bestow this to someone else in case they lose it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Relinquish control to someone else to make the decision on where that money goes and where it would be best to invest it. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to be responsible for that and learn and know that we can work on that throughout our life, and we can change it if we need to, and just be able to make those decisions.
Great.
and actually impart that into our kids as well, because it was really important to me to pass on what I've been given
Yes.
and give that value to my children as well.
So you wanted to become a good steward
Yeah.
of the money that you could make, but also your parents left you. You wanted to be a good steward, not just for them, but your kids.
Yep.
And you wanted to learn this is what I'm understanding. You wanted to learn the rules of the good stewardship.
Yes.
You didn't want to outsource the stewardship.
No.
I love it. Because I felt the same way when I first encountered investing in money. I was like, I want to steward my money because no one will care about my money as much as me. And it all comes from pain. So it's like, I don't know the rules. I don't know how to be a good steward. How do I educate myself on being a good steward?
Education, definitely. That was a big thing. Yeah, I knew that's where it needed to start. And I could see that, we read your book and we got education out of that and learning and the steps that was so simple to follow. But we also wanted accountability.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to have a book or have the steps, another thing to understand them first and foremost, and the other thing is to implement them and then continue to implement them too, right? So how many people have read a book before and
Not done anything.
not done anything, right? I mean, we all have. So you read the book, you got some ideas, you wanted to implement them, and then we started, you became one of our students.
Yeah. Well, we connected with Mel and we did an audit, which was like, wow, I think my head's been in the sand for a while about actually how we manage our money. And we did really think that we were doing okay with the little amount that we were working with.
Yep.
Month to month, but as it turns out, we weren't. But then it was, okay, well, this is also what's going on the other side of things.
Yep.
There was an inheritance, and that was also like, wow, okay, what are we going to do now? How are we going to move forward and not throw that all away to nothing?
So you had a breakthrough, because part of our Money Buys Happiness book is there's an implementation call with that you get, and that's about 15 minutes, and then there's this task to do this audit that you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember it well.
And you're like, I'm going to do it. And it gives you this first sense of awareness, like what you just said. Like, I realized doing that, my head was in the sand.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, it's on paper. I can see it. I'm like, whoa.
Can't get away from it. It's right there.
It's right there. So you're like, could you see the gaps?
Yeah, straight
Clearly?
away.
Great.
Yeah.
And what did that then, so when you saw the gaps, how did you respond?
No, my husband and I looked at each other and said, okay, we need to do some work here, and we want accountability. We want to learn. We want to feel empowered and confident moving forward into the future. And I had done personal development work in the past, so I knew that going in and connecting with a mentor was going to be the best way to go.
Great, excellent.
Yeah, propel you forward.
Yeah, perfect.
Differently.
So it's like the accelerator.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because it's about spotting holes together. What are the steps quickly? How do we implement it? What's the accountability?
Yep.
And that all can happen very fast,
Yes,
which is
definitely. That's
accelerates
right.
results. So when you did that and you came in and we started working together, since then, what are some of the things that you've learned and implemented in your finances?
Definitely learned how to look at our monthly expenses and take away what's not necessary. So simplifying it,
Great.
really simplifying it, which makes it feel so much easier on your mind, because you're just taking away all the noise and make it simple, and then you feel so much happier about taking action because it's easy.
Okay.
It's easy and it flows. And that anyone can invest if you know how.
Yeah.
And if you're empowered enough, that it's going to just be, it'll work if you follow the steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you learnt a simple money management system that allowed you to look at things, keep it simple,
Yep.
take action because it's simple, and continue to do it because it's simple. And then on the so the objective would be obviously if you can manage your money, there's some left at the end of the month.
Yep.
Wonderful. Because people are like, well, how do I invest? I'm like, well, where's your money? Like, I don't have any. I'm like, well, we need to get that first. And people are making money usually already. Because if they're not making any money, got to get a job. Like, you've got to be making money, right?
Yes.
So you're making money. Paycheck to paycheck typically are people spending as much or if not more than what they're earning. So your money management system comes in. You start to then shift those behaviors. And then what emerges at the end is some money. And that's the money you said, well, now we know we can invest that.
Yeah.
Objectively to do what? What did you want to do with the money?
Grow it.
Right.
Grow it and then pass it on to our kids and let them grow that even further and down the line.
Why did you want to grow the money and have them grow their money?
So that we could do things that we haven't been able to do with our kids.
Such as?
Take them off on a holiday somewhere that we haven't really done for the last 14 years.
Yeah,
Our oldest is 14 and we haven't really done a lot of adventures with them. We've just lived day to day at home.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a big thing.
That was a big driver. So what are some of the things, you don't have to go into too much detail, but what are some of the investment principles that you've learned? Because you wanted to educate yourself about investing because you inherited investment. So what are some of the important lessons and concepts you think you've learned in the investing realm? And what are some of the results you've had because of it?
Knowledge is power, because if you learn, you get the knowledge, and then you feel more confident in the decisions that you make.
Agreed.
And we definitely got that within your investing side of the program. It didn't feel uncomfortable to make a decision on where we were going to invest our money, because the results were there. You could see it, that it would work.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do you feel like when you understood the rules of the investing game, so things like, the circle of confidence to hang around, and why this is typically historically over the last 100 years better than this, and this, and how things move and what assets are and businesses and all those important, what you said, knowledge.
Yeah.
Once you had equipped yourself with that, you said it was simple and easy and you had confidence to take a step.
Yeah.
And you took your own action, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So you knew exactly what to do.
Yep, we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without losing any sleep.
No, haven't lost any sleep over it. And I don't look at it every day. It's just there in the background doing what it needs to do.
And so what are some of the things that you've realized that are the truth that you thought, well, I never thought that. So like, what are some of the misconceptions that people would have around, particularly the investing realm?
That it's hard and that it's scary, because it's not if you know where the best pathway to take is.
Sure. Did you originally think it would be scary and intimidating?
Yeah, I was really uncomfortable about the idea of it. We had this money and we wanted to invest it. And
what was the story you were telling yourself?
what if we lose it? What happens then? Like, we'll be back where we were, and I will feel like I really didn't value or respect what was left for me. It was quite an uncomfortable feeling.
What's the news story?
That I am capable, and the money will work for itself. It'll do what it needs to do if you know where to put it in do the right steps.
And is there any fear around that anymore?
No.
That's good.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. I mean,
no, it's.
Yeah. Do you also think, like, I know that most people that certainly in the realms of money, of managing your money, multiplying it through investing exercises and tactics and strategies, and then making more of it, they're the core money moves. Yeah. Manage it, multiply it, or make it, and certainly develop a money mindset. So with that said, do you think that the investing side of things is arguably one of the easiest?
Oh, definitely. Definitely the easiest.
Did you think it would be the hardest?
I thought it would be the hardest for decision making and just worry even after you've made the decision, but actually it's not. It's
Great.
the opposite.
So it's actually become, it's simpler and easier and less worrisome
Definitely.
than you ever anticipated.
Yeah, but I think if I put it in someone else's hands and they'd made the decision for me, I wouldn't have the knowledge and understanding, so I would be still thinking about it every day and wondering what's going to come of it.
Yeah. So without the knowledge, even if you hand it off and say, like, for example, outsourced it,
Yeah.
if you didn't have the education as to what was happening, you'd still be freaking out,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because if you if the old saying, it's biblical, if I give you a fish, I feed you for a day, and then you're worried about where you're going to get another fish from. I hope that person brings me a fish, and you also don't understand fishing.
No.
So you don't understand how they catch them, what it is. So you're so dependent on someone else.
Definitely. And that's the key word. You're dependent on someone else setting up your future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you know how to fish. You know the ins and outs. You know that where fish are plentiful, where they are not plentiful. You know how to catch them, eat them. So now
It's
you know.
really
that,
empowering to have
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
so now you can do it for the rest of your life, right?
Yes.
And tell me how that's impacted the kids.
Well, we know, my husband and I know it's impacted them, definitely. I mean, they see a calm mum and dad, and we're also, my husband and I have connected so much better about money and our own money stories, because we are very different on that side of things. So
Yeah.
that has really helped with that as well. So we're working together, not against each other.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes a friend of mine, he says, sometimes people are sleeping with the enemy and they don't even know.
No.
And it's not that we all want to be against, at each other. We want to be on the same mission.
Yeah.
But so coming into it, because when you guys started, you came in together.
Yes.
You've learned things together. And now what you said I loved is like there's no calamity. You're at peace with things. So do you feel like that's setting a really good financial culture in your household?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And you're not reactive, right?
No, we're not.
out.
No, whereas before we were reactive when we didn't have, and I don't think it was about what's being left and what's the opportunity that was given in front of us. Very grateful for that.
Yeah.
I just think that it's more that we understand money better, and things flow naturally between us better. So it's setting a more positive environment.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine says that money greases the wheels of life. And it seems like it's greasing
Yeah.
the wheels of the family
Yeah, definitely.
unit and certainly your life too, because you're here in Australia, you've come from New Zealand, so you have to have money to do that. Okay, great. So, I mean, what I love about your story is many things, but what I love about it is there was this, a lot of uncertainty, an ineffective money story, bestowed responsibility, and a lot of anxiety around that. And then a matter of seeking the answers, learning the answers, implementing them, and getting some solid results in your money management, getting some definitely solid results in not just the portfolio that you now understand that you were inherited,
Yeah.
and also your own investments you're making is all yours, you're controlling it, you understand it, it's not creating any turmoil.
No.
So I love that. Now moving on, so once that was solved, the money management was solved, once the investing solved, what's the next problem that you solved, that you're currently solving still?
Yeah, I think it's me contributing, so building on my worth towards what we have. So that was me making money.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because once you know how to manage it,
Yeah.
you know how to grow it,
Yeah.
like, give me more.
Yes, definitely.
I am bestow me. I can
Yes.
take responsibility now,
Yeah.
right? Because you know what to do. And as a matter of fact, has having those two things in place then kind of allowed you to focus more
Definitely.
on the making money,
For sure. Yeah.
right? It's like, God, give me more.
Because I know what the next step is.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
can
that.
steward it
It's,
now, right?
It's clear. I don't have to think about the other things. They're just working behind the scenes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Just quickly, if you're ready to take control of your finances but feel stuck on where to start, I have a solution. My book, Money Buys Happiness, simplifies investing and wealth building with practical steps to help you achieve financial peace. Get your copy via the link in the show notes and let's get your money working for you. Now back to the episode.
Tell us a little bit about like the money making part of it. Like, where was the start of that? What was going on?
Oh, the start. That was way before I met you.
Yeah, but so you had some experience trying to make money
Yeah.
in various other areas. Tell me where the challenges were there.
The challenges were probably taking the right steps. I was always learning, but I was never implementing the right things to actually create a business. And that's what was a big
What things
part
do you think were missing?
confidence in what were the right steps and knowing how to make money and run a business. I never really learned that properly.
So like a blueprint type thing?
Yeah.
And so what things had you done to make money? What tried?
I'd become certified as a coach
Yep.
in something specific, NLP, and
Yep.
I'd dabbled a bit in network marketing.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was selling product,
Yep.
and I just had skills as well from past jobs.
Yep.
So I implemented those into all of that.
Yep.
But I never really had a solid plan of how that was going to look and how I was going to move forward, and I didn't know how to run a business.
Sure. So you didn't know how to cultivate, even if you had an opportunity, like let's say a network marketing opportunity, or you became your certified NLP coach and you had skills either from work or those other things too. But it seems like you didn't really have then the real detailed, like grainy tactical stuff of now I do this, now I do this, now I do this.
Yeah, and so I didn't have confidence in myself to go forward because I
Yeah.
didn't really know what to do first.
Well, as you know, I started baking banana bread about a year ago.
Yeah, good.
And I didn't know how to bake. And and like you, like it is funny. You can laugh, it is funny. But it's the same thing because I went on that journey because I wanted to know again what it felt like to not know the steps. And I'm not a baker. I saw JD Vance, who's the vice president of the United States, and he was baking with his daughter. I was like, man, if JD Vance can bake, I want to live and see if I can bake. But I wanted to try something that was completely outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And just had no skills in, right? So what I learned when I was doing that was my goal was to bake the stickiest banana bread I could bake. Yep. And so what I learned was that there are steps to follow to do that because I had no confidence either. I was like, I don't know. What is this going to taste like? So then I found, I actually got mentorship from my mum.
Great.
Like,
I
Mum,
love
give me
that.
some mentorship. I want to
Yeah.
go fast because she makes a good banana bread. She's like, who's good at it? What are the
Yeah.
steps? And she gave me the steps. And it's funny because, I followed the steps because I had confidence to bake this bread. Now, I followed the steps and I put the banana bread in and I put it in the oven and it came out. And truth be told, the first one was dry. So, it was dry. But then I had the ability to shift and change the steps. But getting to your point about not having the steps to make money,
Yeah.
it's a simple algorithm. Because if you go to ChatGPT or you go to Google and you type in what's an algorithm, do you know what an algorithm is?
Oh, I think you'll probably explain it better than me.
Give it a crack.
Well, it's just a system.
Yes,
Am I right?
you are.
Yeah.
It's a series of steps
Yeah.
that once followed create an outcome. So I asked Google and ChatGPT, give me an example of an algorithm. And it said, making a chicken sandwich. It said step 1, get the bread. Step 2, butter it. Step 2. So I was thinking about that and I was thinking the banana bread is an algorithm. The baking.
Yeah.
And now I think of your story of like, well, I had these opportunities and couldn't make money.
Yep.
It's like a money making is an algorithm.
It's
Would you
so
agree?
simple. Yeah.
And so if I think about how you came in with like, I want to do these things, what do I do? I want you to tell us like, what are some of the steps that you've now taken to make money and what have been your results so far?
I now am clear on who I want to help.
Okay, so we're clear on who we're helping
Yeah.
to solve a problem.
And so I created an offer around that.
So you crafted an offer
Yeah.
that would satisfy the audience that you're
Yes.
targeting to help solve the problem.
Yeah. And so I now know how to talk to that audience.
Okay, great. So you now know how to talk. So not only you crafted an offer that would solve a problem for an audience, and then you know how to talk to them.
Yes.
Marvelous. Now, since you've been able to do those things, what else? What's the next step? What other steps have you? Now you're talking to them. What happens next?
Well, figuring out a way of them coming to me.
Great.
So lead generation, I guess.
So then having that audience step towards you and say, hello,
Yeah.
I have this problem. Can you help me? Which you've just done so well because you have lots of people every week
Yeah.
stepping forward.
Yeah, through my ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through
I do.
cultivating. And with your journey, like, can you just tell us what you did to do that, to implement that? Was it simple?
I shared my story, I guess I just spoke from the heart, and that really connected with women. That's one thing, feedback I get from them is to be able to connect with someone who's been through it themselves.
Great. So you learned how to really cultivate your story
Yeah.
of your own breakthrough.
Yes.
And I have seen you, because I know, because we've looked at some of your ads and things like that, and I know, like, you've hooked them in with this compelling, dramatic start, and then you've told your story. And they're going, that's me.
Yeah.
And they're stepping towards you.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're having people come to you, which is amazing.
Yep.
Did you ever think you'd have people just stepping towards you?
No, because that's never really happened before. I've been doing it since 2019, and it just hasn't ever worked until now.
Marvelous. Great.
Yeah.
So now they're stepping to you. What has been the next step you've solved in the algorithm of making money?
Well, getting them to say yes to my offer.
Yeah.
So sales.
Great.
Yeah.
So showcasing your offer to say, hey, I understand your problem because I've been there, and asking a series of questions so that they can understand their problem.
Yeah.
And then you're saying, hey, if I could solve it, would that help you?
Yes.
And you're
That's
able
the
to
next step.
articulate that, right?
Yep.
And I remember too, like, has it been easy to learn these steps?
It's been
It's a trick question.
It's been
It's a trap.
it's been uncomfortable.
Yeah. Of
But
course.
you've got to get uncomfortable to change something and move forward. Otherwise, it's too easy, and it's not going to give you change. So, but once I got past that point, it's clear
Yeah.
and simple, and I just do it every day now.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually the easier part.
Yes. And so the repetitions helped you to refine the skills, because you came into our 5 Steps to Millions program, which is the core program. I actually talk about it in the Money Buys Happiness book, which is you guys came in for the money
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
And then as you graduated from that, we then moved you into our elite program,
Yeah.
which is more of a business,
Yep.
12-month business coaching experience, yeah?
Yep.
Where we've been really focused around that part, the make money part that we've been talking about, the algorithm,
Yeah.
right? So you've learned to craft your offer, find the audience, have them come to you, convert them to, hey, I'd like you to help me.
Yep.
And so tell us, what have been the results of that?
Clients every month consistently, because I'm just following the steps
Great.
and allowing women to have breakthroughs
Great.
in anxiety.
Perfect. So your offer is?
Allowing women to have a breakthrough with panic and anxiety.
Perfect. So the problem they're facing is they have anxiety issues and panic
Yep.
problems and attacks, and your system and your solution helps them solve that.
Yes, it does.
Marvelous.
Yep.
And they pay you for that.
Yes, they do.
And they're very happy they paid you for that.
Yeah.
Marvelous. So is it a win-win outcome?
Definitely.
Great. And so you've actually completed the algorithm,
I have. Yep.
and money's now
Flowing.
coming. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. Great. Excellent. Fantastic. So I want to ask you this. What have been the highlights and some of the things you've enjoyed about certainly the 5 Steps program, but also the elite program so far?
With the 5 steps, I'd definitely say implementing an investment that's working for us and giving us a dividend every month.
Cool.
Every quarter.
Yeah.
Is definitely a highlight.
Marvelous.
That's now just smoothly running on its own, which is really nice. And with the elite, feeling completely empowered about having my own business, putting a solid system in place and seeing it work,
Yes. Getting results, right?
getting results.
Like, it's amazing, because it was like from the very start, it was like, let's just do each one.
I know I still look back and have to pinch myself and say this, wow. But I mean, I saw you doing it with your own businesses, so the evidence was there that it works.
Sure, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, why would it?
Yeah,
it
it'd be
works.
remiss of me too to learn how to bake a banana bread and then give someone a chicken sandwich to try and bake a banana bread out of it. So the algorithm is, it's like what we said yesterday at the event too. It's like, what's really cool about it, these are principles, these are pillars. They are never going to change. Like, the pillars of how to make money will never, ever change. So now that you've learned them and you're implementing them, how's it feel to know that you have that formula forever?
I feel calm because I understand it, and it's just, once you know it, it makes it so much easier and you just start taking those steps and implementing it every day. So
Yeah.
it feels really good.
Wonderful. And I just love that you're getting results.
Yeah.
Like as a coach or a mentor or someone who wants to help someone, you know, like with my mum, she's like, oh,
Yep.
so great you can make a banana bread now.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see someone do well with the things they've helped them with,
Yeah.
right? And so what does the future hold for you now? Because you have now really nailed. And by the way, people often say, oh, I want to work on my money mindset. Do you feel your mindset is improved just by the action taking through those
Yeah.
steps?
Yeah, because the more you take action, you're going to just feel more empowered and confident in yourself.
Yeah, so that's when
So you're going to get more belief around what you're doing every
Yeah.
single day. You're just cementing that for more and more every day.
Yeah, so you don't
Yeah.
actually think your way to a better money mindset.
No.
You act your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actions speak louder than the words, definitely.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And also, like, as a byproduct too, like I know you've done this, so I'm going to mention it because I think it's really cool, is just almost by accident from the process of having to go through the algorithm, you've learned that having certain tools and things in place is more effective. And in that process, you've built a webinar.
Yeah.
You've created a webinar.
Yeah.
You've created a community Facebook, a community.
Yes.
And you've, as a byproduct of that, from what we've discussed, you've developed a podcast.
Yep.
What's the name of your podcast?
Reclaim Your Calm.
Reclaim Your Calm. So, audience, if you want to reclaim your calm, you can go check it out, right?
Yeah.
So, did you ever think you'd have a podcast?
No. I never thought that I would feel worthy enough of actually putting my voice out there and doing that. That I'd actually have the words to be able to do that. Yeah, so it feels really nice.
And how's it going?
It's good. I enjoy doing the episodes, and I do them as a live in my women's group,
Yep.
and then I record it as a podcast, and it feels really good to be able to give that value,
Yeah.
and it's also creating connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it gives you even more purpose on your mission?
Definitely.
Yeah, you're kind of
Yeah.
imparting that wisdom.
Definitely
you
a
have.
big part of it. Yeah.
So it's really cool. Like normally, and I'll pick on NLP for a little bit because I'm a master practitioner in NLP qualified. So, and many other people have had some sort of
Yeah.
NLP qualification or experience. And one thing I noticed, and it's not just NLP, that when they come out of a qualification of any kind, and you could argue the same in personal training or this technician qualification that's secured, I often find that then to apply it to how do I now turn this skill set into a business or into money is this huge disconnect.
Definitely. And I had that for years. I didn't really do too much with it. Didn't know how I wanted to apply it.
Yeah. Because everyone gets taught this technical skill. Like
Yeah.
same thing happened. I remember when Alicia went through her PT training, it was like, hey, like all these students, they love health, they love helping people. All of a sudden, like, how do I get clients?
Yeah.
Right? And you
That's the first thing you say, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do I do this?
Yeah, and it's like
Where do I-
it's like equipping. It's like what happens with kids in school. You just feeding them all this knowledge,
Yeah.
and then you go, now go live.
Yeah.
Now go get a job. You're like, how do I do that? Like, you know, like it's weird, isn't it, how that works?
Yeah.
So it's definitely an area that is very still unknown, I would say. But you've been so intelligent in how you've sought out answers, you know, and so. We had our event yesterday. Mm-hmm. What was your biggest takeaway from our event we had yesterday? We had an elite event yesterday for 2 days.
Yeah, it was amazing.
What was your highlight?
That I definitely felt like I belonged there. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling. That was my goal to go and realise that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like my people.
I needed to do that. I needed
Yeah.
to find that out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And coming all from New Zealand, it's not quick and easy. It's not like you just drive up the road.
No, you're going to make a plan for
You're
these
going to make
things.
a plan. You've flown
Yeah.
in. You've invested in yourself. So I want to know this. What's the future like for Leisike? Like what is your... What's going to happen now? What do you want to achieve now?
Oh, I'm really excited. As you know, I'm NLP trained, so I put a goal out into the future
Yep.
that I want to speak on stage one day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
so that's my 5-year goal. And I know that everything that I implement and the steps that I take towards that will propel my business.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just naturally, it will
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
flow that way.
And so at our event, we did a little bit of stuff on that, didn't we? Do you feel more equipped from our event to now take the step to do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Would it be okay if we did it in the next 12 months instead of 5 years?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I know so. I've already been thinking about it.
Wonderful, excellent. Because I know that you've crafted a talk. You're going to give a webinar on it. It's going
Yeah.
to be your thing. And I think in the next, what about if we just did 6 months?
Yeah, we could give it a go. Now you're making me uncomfortable.
I'm glad you're here to play. It's so fun. I mean, you can, because I wouldn't suggest that you. I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't think you could do it.
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
come on here to coach and play,
Yeah,
be out of
all
control with
good.
it. But I know you can. I know you're going to do it in the next 6 months. So it's going to be cool to watch you, do your event. And again, our stages that we all start on, including me.
Yep.
And I've spoken on some massive stages with some big people, and I always say to people, if you can't do a small event in your house or you can't do a small 5-person event wherever,
Yep.
you're never going to get to the bigger events you want to be at.
No, definitely not. You got to start with something small.
Yeah,
and then-
like we started in a
yeah.
house with 5 people. And I know that when
Yeah.
you start, your goal of, I want to speak on stage, it's going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months. You're going to see it. And then all of a sudden you will be on a bigger stage. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, I think it will. And it just propels everything else forward in your business as well, because you're just growing as you're doing whatever you need to do to get to that.
Yes. That's the mindset you've adopted.
Yeah.
Is this, you have a goal, it's going to be challenging, but you build skills on the way to the goal.
Yeah. I mean, we had to do stuff to get to the elite weekend, and I've had growth in just doing those steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's growth even just flying here is some
Yeah.
growth. Then there's some things to do before the elite event that you did, and I
Yeah.
know you did them so well, and that was growth.
Yep.
Under pressure. There was growth at the event, and now there's growth on this podcast right now, because I know
Oh, yeah. This is great. Yeah.
hey, 1 o'clock forward, you're like, holy God, this is going to be tough. But now you're growing through this. So it's a real example, I think, for the audience of what it looks like, So, and this is part of your journey to the stage too, isn't it? Because
Definitely.
we're having this conversation and we're cultivating things from it. So marvelous. All right. So my last question is this: going back, thinking about who is Leisike before she started
Yeah.
in our 5 Steps program. So we're thinking about those people now. What would be your advice to a mum out there? Perhaps they're in New Zealand too. I don't know. What would be your advice to them based on what you've experienced and how far you've come?
If you're wanting to change, then just make a decision and take some sort of a step forward towards something different.
What do you think would be one simple step they could take?
Do you mean in money?
Yeah.
I guess being aware of where your money's going and
Okay.
how it's flowing every day, every month, and maybe start with changing that if it needs to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So making one small step.
Yeah.
So obviously the decision.
Yeah, the decision.
Yeah.
You won't get results unless you make a decision.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
decision.
Because decision means side is death.
It's normally the hardest part is making the decision.
Yeah. Once it's made,
Yeah.
it gets easier, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So they can make a decision, and then obviously with yourself, you educated yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a big part of
You
it.
took
Yeah.
an education step. Wonderful. Excellent. Well, it's just been so good to have you on. Thank you for
you.
making the time. And thanks for being so coachable and putting things in place. This is so cool to watch. You're in your
Thank
second
you.
year now.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're going to be...
I'm
you're gonna-
excited.
I say,
I'm
you're going to be so rich. No, and you're going to help a lot of people. You're going to make money. But most importantly, you're going to be in control, right?
Yeah.
And your kids are going to see that. So you're going to create this legacy of this culture that's developed in your house. So
I am. I'm really excited about what's to come.
yeah, well, you deserve it all.
Thank you.
It's going to come to you.
And
It's
thank you for
happening.
everything. This is awesome.
Yeah, you betcha. Well, thanks for coming on the show. Everyone, where can everyone follow you? Let's give you some
Just
followers.
my name, Leisike McLaren,
Just my name?
on Facebook or
chuck-
Instagram.
Facey or Instagram? What's your Instagram handle? We'll put it in the show notes. But
It's just my
what's yours?
name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Leisike.
Leisike McLaren.
Lisa McLaren.
At Leisike McLaren.
Instagram. Especially if you're suffering from panic attacks, go follow her. Watch her journey. Watch it anyway. It's going to be awesome. So pop it in the show notes. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
And I'll see you
Lovely
guys soon.
to be here.
All right, you betcha. That was another special guest on the Money Grows on Trees podcast. If you've enjoyed it, you need to share this with someone, inspire them, click the subscribe button, hit the share button, get the link, copy it, send it to some people. But most importantly, thanks for listening in. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next episode. the Money Grows on Trees podcast.
Thanks for listening to Money Grows on Trees. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and subscribe to us on YouTube so you never miss an episode. And if you're serious about building wealth, make sure to check out the links in the show notes and follow me on all social media platforms at Lloyd James Ross for more. See you in the next episode.